Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. It is September 22nd, 2022, and I've been getting some messages and emails and posts in the Facebook group. eBay Open is going on this week. If you're not familiar with eBay Open, it's eBay's yearly seller conference to do news updates and networking and training. It used to be live at Las Vegas, or in Las Vegas rather. COVID, of course, canceled it in 2020, 2021. They've come back virtual since last year, and they also finally this year had two cities. I think it was in Texas, Austin, and one other place that you could actually attend like a meetup locally, but there's nothing like the conference that used to have 4,000 or 5,000 people at it. So anyways, there have been some updates. Some people have asked me for some updates. So let's go over some of the updates from eBay Open. There hasn't been a ton of changes, but there are a few that you should know about. So let's go over them. I'll jump right into it. And then if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as always, leave it down in that comment section below. Let's go over and take a look.
Let's thank the sponsor of today's video, my reseller genie, Paul and Faith. They have the best accounting and inventory control software that helps you track your sales, profits, expenses, and even your estimated tax bill, along with tracking your inventory, all from one place. And you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. They have two great plans available, and make sure you check them out in the link in the description below and use the code to save 15%, Rockstarflipper 15.
Okay, so update number one is what we've been hearing a lot about, and that eBay is going to roll out the immediate payment due on all purchases for eBay buyers. That includes best offers by the end of the year. Now, some of you were in beta. A few of you told me a couple months ago when we did the video that you did in fact have beta. You saw it pop up that a buyer made an offer and that the payment was instantly into your pending payments because they were forced to put their credit card on file and the payment went through. eBay is saying that is going to roll out for everyone by the end of the year. We've heard this before. We will wait and see. What do you think? Do you think they're going to get it done? They've got just about 3.5 months to do it, a little less than that. Do you think it's possible they'll get it done? I'm not going to hold my breath, but hopefully, if they're saying it, they've been saying it for a long time. However, this time they're actually sounding a lot more serious, so we'll have to wait and see. I'll put links down in the description box below as well for any of the eBay Open content if you want to go down there and check it out. Of course, it's available to you. The second update is that eBay is changing the global shipping program. If you are unfamiliar with what the GSP is, global shipping program, essentially you could sell international without having to ship your package internationally. You could make a listing, edit the listing to include the global shipping program. It's a little tab you click in the shipping section. And then when you sell an item, you simply box the item up, and eBay provides you a label like any other label, except it ships to Kentucky, where eBay's warehouse is. So instead of shipping the item to Japan, where your Japanese buyer might be, you'll just ship it to Kentucky. eBay will receive the package, and they will take care of shipping it on to the customer. The customer pays eBay for all of that. You do nothing but pack it up and ship it just like you normally would at the normal cost, normal everything. eBay handles the rest. As soon as it's received by eBay, you are good to go. Now, there are still some flaws with it where it could arrive in Japan later and they could open an item not as described, and you would be responsible to get it shipped back or refund them. That has happened. eBay does repackage a lot of the packages, not all of them, but some of them, and they could mess that up. Many times they will cover you. Majority of the times they'll cover you no matter what happens. So it is a very safe program, no reason not to do it. The downside to the global shipping program is that eBay does charge those buyers a huge amount of money for the convenience and the ease of it. It is more than what they would pay if you did the international shipping yourself and had them pay you for an international label and you shipped it. So a lot of international buyers will not use it because they're like, it's cost incredibly too much money. And that's true. So if you can learn international and learn how to protect yourself and do it, it's always a good thing to learn, but this is way safer and way easier. So it's kind of risk versus reward. You have to weigh what you're willing to do. Anyways, they are changing that program to eBay International Shipping, EIS, and it looks like nothing's really changing. They didn't give a lot of details. They simply said there won't be any more global shipping program, which is ran by a third-party vendor called Pitney Bowes. eBay is going to handle it. It's still going to go to their central hub in Kentucky. So I don't really think there's any changes other than maybe eBay's trying to find a way to not pay Pitney Bowes to handle it for them. I could be wrong. That sounds like what it is. They want to handle it in-house and do it all themselves and not let another company mess it up or charge them for it. So we'll wait and see. The third large update, which I just heard from Katie Zoberberg and Vicky, is that eBay is going to launch a new live auction feature similar to Whatnot, similar to what Poshmark actually just launched yesterday, I believe it was. Everyone getting in on the Whatnot version live show auction, getting in on that hotness. You know, everybody sees if something starts trending, like get on while it's hot, strike the iron while it's hot, blah, blah, blah. I think there's a big audience for this. I think they'll do just fine. It's interesting to see how it plays out. I don't know how long it's going to be till it's implemented, maybe in the next few months. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But for me, the whole whatnot thing is good. I understand how it can work for some people, but I can also understand how for somebody like me that can sell in bulk directly to my audience, or that can sit on items and wait for full price, the whole whatnot thing just doesn't really mesh with my business model, and usually bigger sellers are not going to use it. We don't have the time to sit down and do that. We have far too much inventory. We can get more money for stuff. We don't want to sit there and have a live show. There are some bigger sellers. The Posh King's doing well on it. Several other people doing well on it. But yeah, I mean, it's just not for my business model. It was great. I did a show. It worked well. It's smooth. It's clean. The Whatnot app is awesome. It works very, very well. The payments, the shipping, everything is great on it. If you can get approved, I know it's hard to get approved now. It was easy for us back in the day and because of our following. But the live auction show on eBay, what do you think about that? What do you think about eBay going that route and doing that? Again, everyone's hopping on that bandwagon, of course, because it's making money. And a lot of people love it. The thrill of the auction, the thrill of clicking that bid button. It can be done, and it can be done successfully. You have to have the right cost of goods, the right material, the right audience, the right everything, and it can work for you. It's just not really for my business. I could make it work for my business, but it would be a complete changeover from what I'm used to doing. My wholesale, my bulk, you can move 100 items on Whatnot in a night. I can pack up 100 items in one box in 30 minutes and do it 10 or 15 times in a day. So for me, it just doesn't make sense. I can make more money, more time efficient with bulk selling and wholesaling because I have a huge audience. I don't need to pay a platform a 10% fee or 15% fee. It's just not what I need to do. So it's interesting to see how eBay's live auction will work. I can't wait to see it. I'll probably give it a try just to see if it's comparable to Whatnot or if it'll work for my business. Would you use it? Would you do live auctions on eBay? Would you buy from it? Would you sell from it? Interested to hear your comments down below. And those seem to be the three big updates from eBay Open so far. Live auctions coming. The global shipping program is changing a little. Who knows? They always do small things like item category changes and item specific changes. We know all that. But the big one, immediate payments, hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have to wait and see. The eBay Open panels and trainings were all about how to harness social media, how to keep buyers happy, feedback, fighting returns, items not as described, all that sort of thing, all the normal stuff they cover for new sellers. So if you've never attended eBay Open, consider it. It's obviously almost done now this year, but any year that you can, consider it, or get in the Facebook groups and learn from people that do it every day. All right, or join us at the Boss Reseller Remix in Vegas next month. I'll put links to buy those tickets. I believe there's still some tickets left, not many, but there's still some. In the second week of August, we'll be there in Vegas. Katie, Vicky, Ryan and Allie, myself, who else? Harry Tornado's there. Dominique's going to be there. Yesterday's Fitz will be there. Jason Deason will be there. Wade from Wade's Ventures will be there. Tons of people will be there. So do consider checking that out. It's linked below. Support Katie and Vicky. And hopefully I'll see many of you in Vegas. If not, enjoy this video. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And I'll have more content for you guys coming later this weekend. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.